Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Arctosis, and we are here at Code S. Come a long way. We're down to the Final Four. Only 4 of our Nerd Warriors remain. We're going to see who's going to be in the finals in just a little bit. Now, I want to talk about these 4 players a lot, but before I go any further, I know we tell a lot of jokes down here at GSL, but on a very serious note, to our viewers in Japan, we are so sad about the natural disasters that have occurred down there. Our hearts go out to you. We hope your friends and family are okay. So,
There's
much love
actually
here from GSL.
a lot of Japanese viewers of the GSL.
We have a lot of Japanese viewers, so we are so sorry to hear about what happened over here with your neighbors down here in Korea. We're so sorry. But moving on to our show now, we got our first set is going to be PvP oGsMC against sanZenith. This is first player, most predictable to be in round of 4. Second player, no one thought this guy would ever make round of 4. Talk about a story right there.
Tasteless. He has gone from GSL chump to perhaps GSL champ.
Wow.
Took me a while to think that one up.
Wow.
You got to fix that.
He has. Is my cord all over the place? Thank you.
You got to like coming up like this and stuff. What are you, a peacock? Stop it, Tasteless.
sanZenith is here in the round of 4. I can't explain it. Few people can.
Well,
guy
he
wasn't
played
even
really well.
He's playing beautifully, especially in his Pro House versus Terran. His Pro House versus Terran is something I'm trying to copy now. Very withdrawn, mostly harassment-based. When the battle occurs, he lets his opponent come to him, Psystorms. Does a few Psystorm pokes where he sends one Templar out there.
Yeah.
Pressures his opponent into using Sniper.
Tries
EMP.
to not go Colossus too quick. A lot of games he doesn't even make Colossus. Just really relies on Psystorm. And against Marine Marauder-based play, a lot of Terrans are starting to feel the hurt from Psystorm, Tasteless.
You know, it's funny to see these Protoss just not Colossus dependent whatsoever. Guys that are just completely okay skipping the tech, getting a third base, and in a way it seems to be much more effective because it no longer becomes as much of a numbers game. It's no longer a matter of, well, I have 3 Colossuses, but he has 8 Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, there's really nothing I can do. Instead, we have a situation where it actually boils down to unit control. Can I Psystorm before he is going to feed me back? Feed me back, feedback me.
This is very true, Tasteless. Yeah. And, I mean, I could actually talk on Colossus versus High Templar in the early game of PvT for hours. I just believe so strongly. I love the Psystorm. It's so much easier to transition to things like more bases, more units, better upgrades when you're going Psystorm because the Colossus costs about 1 trillion billion resources to actually get up and running.
It's not cheap. You can't buy stuff on credit in this game. Let's go ahead and bring up our match results now. So, as you can see, Code A results casted by Kelly and Eric. It did come out to a very close series, and I love it when that happens. It always seems to happen in our Code A finals.
Yeah, super evenly matched, these two.
Yeah.
Both ex-StarCraft 1 pro gamers. By Sarah is OGS Supernova, and Thunder Foyu is I'm Lucira. Now, Lucira, this guy is such an amazing Zerg. You guys may remember Season 1, I was like, you know what? Lucira is one of the best Zergs in the world, and then TLO was like, LOL, no, he's not, and killed him. But he's back, and he is in the up and down matches, Tasteless, because he took out OGS Supernova 4-3. Speaking of which, I've seen the up and down match groups, Tasteless, and they are nothing short of spectacular.
It's going to be so much fun. I can't believe this is my job.
I know,
right? It's going to be casting those
Every
games.
up and down match group could be like a GSL top 3. I don't know. It's really,
actually
really
insane.
Good. Well,
I don't think anybody expected. I don't know if we will ever, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words, but I don't think we're ever going to have an up and down group, a set of players that is at this caliber. This is insane.
No, I agree with you.
With people like Nasty and MVP.
Slayer's Boxer.
Boxer
is in there.
Yeah.
God.
It's actually insane.
It is.
So I'm really excited to cast that. But let's go ahead and go on to our one-on-one phase. Here we are, head-to-head. oGsMC champion of Season 3. sanZenith, formerly the worst player in GSL history, suddenly turned possibly best player. I don't know. We're going to find out in the series.
Yeah, we really, really are.
Hey, when I say he was the worst player, I'm not making fun of him. He actually just was.
No, he was
a terrible
Him and Legal Mind were neck and neck racing, rolling down
They were
a
going
hill.
for the jobber gold right there.
They were. Just imagine that clip everyone's seen on the internet of a guy on his bike, like just tripping, going down a hill. You know, he falls on his butt and hits all the rocks and ways down. Him and Legal Mind were doing that all the way to the bottom as quickly as they could to see who was the worst Protoss in the GSL.
And all of a sudden,
sanZenith,
the guy comes back.
Then he comes back.
He's been made fun of enough by Tastes and Artosis and other people who watch StarCraft. Suddenly, he is absolutely off the hook.
He's actually so solid, but his opponent is oGsMC, just the nastiest Protoss in the world, man.
Protoss.
He is actually just made of man.
He is.
He's like the new Oops Reach, okay? Remember the man toss? This guy is so manly in the way he plays. His style is just hit you in the face and rip off your arms, throw your little thing on the chain and bring you there and just rip you apart. He's the Kratos Protoss.
Now remember, we nicknamed sanZenith the Whack-A-Mole Protoss for his ability to keep getting expansions up even when he seems to be getting killed off. And basically you just can't catch up. In this matchup, though, PvP, we see the least expanding out of any matchup.
Yeah, we don't see a whole lot of expands in PvP, Tasteless.
That's like it's like spotting an endangered bird. You see expansion, like, oh my god, you get your camera out, you take a picture.
Yeah.
Hit the print screen key.
At the highest level, one mistake or just doing the wrong build will get you killed in this matchup. You know, right now there's a lot of rock, paper, scissors type of play in it. There's rock, paper, scissors, blink, stalker. That's what I like to call PvP right now.
Yeah, it's actually
those
a good way
are
to
the
put
four
it.
builds.
You
Rock,
know,
paper, scissors, blink, stalker.
There's two factors you want to keep in mind with PvP. First of all is the fact that Warp Gate is so strong.
Yep.
It's very difficult to expand, so we just don't see it a lot. Second one is that the Tier 2 tech, the Colossus, suddenly makes all those units that we were forced to get with Warp Gating. It kills those units.
Useless.
It kills them pretty quickly.
And
so
then there's always
Void Ray.
There's Void Ray / Phoenix.
Yeah, we
and
haven't seen much Phoenix
actually, Protoss does lack in anti-air options, so that makes the Phoenix and Void Ray quite doable in the matchup as well. That's I guess the scissors, I would call that. Yes, the scissors.
The scissors.
The rock is the rock is for Warp Gate. The scissors is Phoenix builds.
All right, you're not going to see the Colossus as paper.
And the Colossus one is the paper one. It just engulfs the Warp Gate.
And then the four Warp Gate is the dirty water, whatever, that rusts. The,
no, that's the rock. The 4 Warp Gate is the rock.
Oh, then it's Phoenix.
Phoenix is the scissors. Because the 4 Warp Gate just is like, oh, Phoenix is LOL, I make a Nexus. Ah. It just bashes it. And then, of course, there's Blink Stalker, which is on the side and technically can beat any build if they make a mistake.
Well, that build's just so micro-based.
It's a funny build, Tasteless.
You know, to be totally honest,
funny build.
I haven't messed with Blink Stalkers in PvP.
I don't mess with them either,
because I'm like, well, I'm not touching that, man. I mean, I need to, and I'm going to start doing it soon. But generally speaking, Blink Stalkers are sort of like, well, that could be good, but I don't know how to.
It's good and it's bad, Tasteless. It's good and it's bad. Blink Stalkers in PvP are. It's such an interesting build because you force these really funny situations where it's like, well, I have like 3 Colossi. I can kill his army very badly heads up.
And then he blinks on top of it, yeah.
Well, that or you're like, okay, I'm going to go kill him now. And you like start to go. And then he's like, LOL, he blinks in your base and kills all your stuff, then runs home to try to defend. And then it's just this messy base trade. And
our map is Zelnaga Caverns and the countdown started. So let's get ready for some awesome PvP against our GSL Season 3 champion and our newest up-and-coming GSL best player. I have no clue who's going to win. I want to say MC based on results, but so far, results don't seem to affect sanZenith.
No, they do not.
Down here in the bottom left on our one-on-one map, the Kratos Protoss.
oGsMC.
And to the upper right, the comeback king of the Whack-A-Mole Protoss.
sanZenith.
There he is.
A lot of fans for both of these guys down here. I think if you're anybody who is a Protoss player like Dan, I mean, Dan does play Zerg, I do play some Terran. But, I mean, anybody who's main race is Protoss right now, you got a lot of respect for MC because you've probably been copying all of his builds.
Well, MC has like some namesake builds, you know.
Yeah.
That the 6 warp gate after expansion in PBT, that's his, man.
That's his. Yeah.
That's his. And anyone else is like, no, that's mine. And here's a replay. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's MC's build.
But sanZenith has got his own style, but he's only exhibited that style successfully in PBT.
Oh, tasteless! MC is making a forge.
Oh my
I love
God!
It. I love it. I love it.
What's happening?
Now there are some cool forge builds on Xel'Naga. You can make a pylon on the low ground and then can push in the main. That's what he's gonna do. And San scouts it instantly.
Oh boy! Oh boy! That turned Dan into a sheep.
This is exciting.
Here's what you got to do, and he's not doing it. You need to block your ramp. You need to block your ramp. I don't know why he's not reacting. Block the ramp. He's not blocking the ramp.
And there he goes. He's going to go up there and make
blocking the ramp.
Stuff up there so that he can see. Make a cannon up there as well. When that cannon warps in, there you go. There's the pylon. That's going to be very hard to take out. But San is reacting very well, getting the forge, getting out the Zealot. He's going to want to kill the probe and any buildings it leaves behind. Now, the thing is, he is attacking with the 4 probes. That pylon's going to get canceled. Another one's going to get built. It's not going to work out for him. There you go. A cannon being put up. Very good.
Simultaneously made. He needs to damage the cannons that are warping in.
This is a good job with that Zealot.
Oh, man. Say he should have attacked the warping in cannon, unless I'm mistaken, with the Zealot, so it was softened up. Like
sanZenith's cannons have to win this. You're absolutely right, Tastes. He needs to suicide right now on the cannons, not on that pylon. Those cannons are powered by the low ground pylons as well.
It's a bad judgment call here.
It is indeed. And there you go.
That's it.
MC's going to be able to take it.
Win.
You absolutely have to get that extra damage in on the cannons. Your cannons have to hold. It's the only way to hold this build, Tasteless. And goodbye, sanZenith.
Well, another cannon does complete. Actually, with the timing of this. No.
And there the pylon finishes. I bet you Carmack just spit out some of his chocolate ice cream, Tasteless.
Probably.
Like, oh my God.
Mini Wheat's jumping up and down on the couch right now. DJ Wheat had to ground him. GG. All right. So, I know that probably happened very fast. I know some of you probably went to the bathroom and came back and said, what? Wait, it happened.
What happened? What's going on?
The game's done.
Now, I do feel a little bit bad for sanZenith. Look, he's sad Zenith again.
He's sad Zenith.
Of course, he's not in Zenith anymore. He's in NS Osio. But this is actually something that's happened to him a lot in GSL, where he just kind of gets rushed in PvP and dies.
His PvP is pretty weak.
Well, so far what we've seen, it certainly has been. But he's improved so much this season. These are his first PvPs we've seen. MC so far has been an unstoppable juggernaut of Protoss versus Protoss. So I don't know. I'm gonna give San a little more time. I'm gonna give him the whole best of 5 to prove me wrong.
Well, here's PvP. I want to talk about that build for a minute because, as Artosis knows, I have a reputation for doing cannon rushes and competitive matches like that. Yeah. I want to explain to you what actually he's supposed to do, because that build's actually perfectly preventable. But this is a stage match, so he got nervous, I think. You just block your ramp. You actually just don't look good.
If you like go and hold position for probes there, you're going to be. That's actually
I bring 8 probes, man. I just you just
really
don't
smart,
get my ramp.
Cases, but here's the thing. Yeah, I think 8 is probably right because you're going to have to double stack them because in this game, unlike StarCraft 1, let's not forget, you can just right-click on the minerals and go through the probes with your probe. So you have to get your probe in there. You have to make something to spot. But going through 2 rows of probes,
you have to have vision.
Yeah. No, you don't. Not in StarCraft 2.
Oh, and so no, I'm sorry. I think in StarCraft 1, yeah. We were talking about different games.
But yeah, you have to deal enough damage to that probe that you can actually take it out. You need to. That's quite smart. Because the way I've been stopping that is either chrono boosting a stalker and really using good micro, or targeting cannons.
Yeah.
And it's a tricky build to actually stop. MC's timing on it was really,
what
really
happens
good.
is
San even scouted it, man. He was like,
the rush happens so fast. You're like, I'm getting cannon rushed on TV. You need to block your ramp. If he does get up, there was another thing he could have done to stop it. He had a Zealot attacking the pylon. You just attack the cannons.
You have to get the lead on the cannon.
Make more cannons. That's
that
how you
is
stop
very,
that.
very true. That was his biggest mistake. He was attacking the pylon.
Expert Artosis, crouching probe, hidden cannons over here.
Oh, tasteless! That is actually perfect. Oh my God, that's actually You know, sometimes people tell a joke and it really makes me laugh. Sometimes people tell me a joke and I just nod my head. I'm like, that is so clever. But it is a rare joke indeed where I laugh and nod my head, Tasis. And you, sir, have just done it to me.
I've done it. Our next map is going to be Crossfire. It is, needless to say, a big map.
It is much longer, Tasis. We're not going to see any cannon rushing on here.
Most likely not. It is 1-on-1, so small chance we could, but I doubt it. Game is starting, so let's get this going.